Yeah, we back again, and basically we coming in. We have just left the way you think. You don't think like that. We'll be breaking off some of your thoughts that you don't need, and giving you back that which you can defend yourself properly, realign yourself. Okay, so what happened was they say you were slave and you accepted it, and people when they told them that they were slave, it was like, shit, I ain't no slave. I don't know what to do, but I'm not a slave. I know that much. So let me find what work I have to do so I don't be a slave. So to be free, you got to do work. You got to study. You got to study. You got to plan. You have to have goals. You have reach, and obtain your your discipline as an individual. Your mastery. You being a master of yourself. The system of captivity or capitalistic society where you work for someone, that is you being a slave. I don't care what they disguise the words to be, what it sound like. You are a voluntary slave when you fill out and apply application. You applying to be a slave. This need to be taught. So you need to teach this right now. Shut it down. Bring it back up under your name, your qualifications, your creation, and put your creation. This is what's going on in your creation. Why? Because you represent that energy that keeps you going, that keeps your heart ticking. You represent that. You must speak about that. If you deny it, if you don't use it, you lose it. If you don't say it, you don't play it. If you don't plan it, you won't achieve greatness. And you won't represent the boldness. You won't represent the thunder. I represent the thunder, the light. I represent what is right in the life of what we call Hayya. You see, or Hua, the Hayat. So yes, just a reason why I didn't want to talk to you. I don't want to live the life that you're living. I don't want to be around you. I don't want to smell you. I don't want to have to tell you nothing. So what I'm doing now, I'm just going ahead and putting it out. I did the DNA. The DNA. If you don't know that you're a part of my DNA, if you don't know that I have answers to you, if you want to skip me and go back to your grandma, your grand, and they are affiliated with God, and that's it, and they didn't find themselves approved and go further, and they didn't understand and approve and teach you that you represent God. Yeah. It's not that you send somebody to somebody. You already represent God. Now, the God in you will do things. And that's what you have to recognize. So the first thing, the whole plan with the schooling system, education, we're going to go through and we're going to show you that the education system was not correct. That means the program. We're talking about the program. We're talking about the articulate. We're talking about the strategy that they had to give you so you can constantly be a slave. Like I said, my only issue now is that my issue is not about the benefits that the humane things that still remain. We're talking about putting things in their proper natural nature. And with that, it it makes changes in the way you think. I'm not your equal, so forget about it. If you want me to be your equal, then you have to think like I think. If you want to talk about equality, you have to work towards that. That's the reason of being free. Free is to establish a free path and to take the junk out the road that stop people from continuing. And that is the seventh day, which we call the Sabbath. We're going to change the name of the days so you get a quick glimpse of who we are while we here with you in the same planet. We don't do what you do. We despise the lifestyle that many of you live, and we give you a chance. This is right now you hear me talking, and you can communicate with the words or frequencies that I'm saying. But pretty soon, and I'm not going to give any days because we want to do it in the mix, like a DJ. We want to blend it in. We want to mix it. We want to chop it up. We want to skip it. We want to do so many things that by the time you have your grandchildren, and the things that I'm going to tell you, we're going to go over review. We're going to review of the state that you were in the year 70, 1970. If you go back, I mean, for some that's like, it's hard to go back. But we have to take it 1970 because 1970 was the time of the breaking of the spell of ignorance. And that should be said. 1970 was the opening of the seventh seal, where the truth that was locked up, that was told by the prophet Daniel. Daniel from the tribe of the Danakil tribe. The Nakil was the same thing as the Nomas. These are the same tribes. We say the same tribes that they try to take out of the Bible. They don't want you to read the Bible. They don't want you to read the Bible in English. They don't want you to read the Bible in Greek and Latin. They don't want you to read, period. Read is to re-add. The word read means to re-add. Okay, the word re is the same thing as ray. R-E, R-A, R-O, R-I, R-U. Ru, Ra, Ro, Re, Ray. All represent what we call etheric forces that they call the inner, inside the body, the G, which is the seven, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, the G, which is the circle and the square, representing 360 degrees, both the same, but at the same time, illusion of shapes make it seem like it's different, but it's not. It's in its complete form, 360 degrees, and it goes into the expansion of 361, which is symmetry, and to what they call growth. And that's where we're now, growth. I could say Ansar, right? And we can say an, which means twice, and sir means rise, or sir, which is rise, sir, which is rude. There's a lot with the letters. So the first step saying the situation that you're in, the situation that you're in, that you're either going to be a slave or you're going to be a free person. And to be a free person, you need to get your funky ass up, wash yourself with cold gusa, which means to cleanse your entire body. And then after the gusa, right, you make a wudu, which is certain parts of the body to be emphasized. So the mind is controlling, the thoughts is controlling the functions of the body that you are supposed to be taking control of. You take control of the body. This same body is the same body of the body of Christ, which is the unification of the energy that you are. You represent Christ. Christ is a Latin word which means special. So sure, people don't want to know this. They don't want to know that they're slaves. They don't know they stand in line, that they serve, and they don't want to unify with their tribe. They want to be a free end or a friend of others, others who have left their tribe or have not left their tribe, but at the same time is demising, taking away your true purpose, giving you words, giving you things to do, giving you food to eat, giving you time to eat, giving you false times. We got a new way of thinking about time. We got a new way of speaking, and these are the last words that I will be elaborating because after you learn the alphabets, after you learn the alphabets for the new English, what's going to happen is that we'll give them back which they thought they gave to us. We will continue our journey. So the first thing is to learn. They do call me skate master spot. So we just say skate.